Today, I continue with the series of 6 human needs, and today we are talking about contribution. Is contribution really a need? Why do we need to contribute to feel fulfilled? And you don't need to look too far. You don't need to look outside of your current environment. Like, doesn't mean contributing like sending bunch of money to humanitarian causes, or actually being a volunteer somewhere, on the other side of the world. Contribution can be very simple in your closest environment as well. And how you actually proceed with that is just also you have to look at the other peoples in your life if you allow them to contribute as well, because it's both sides. If in the human needs, you actually want to fulfill your needs, but for a better relationship and better communication and a happier life, you also have to allow the people around you to actually have those human needs in your environment. So, contribution. You can contribute in many ways, right? You can actually serve, help, love, bring, gift. You can contribute so many ways within just a family or within a team. Like when you work, you contribute with your work into a project. You contribute into like maybe creating something like an artwork. You can contribute so many ways. And when you are actually in a situation that you need to allow others people to contribute, is that the point when you need to actually pull back and then allow that others contribute to you. This is like kind of like the feminine and masculine energies. Masculine energy is more of the contributing one who wants to support, who want to actually give their support towards others as masculine energy, and the feminine is more of the receiving kind of energy. So you need to balance these two actually, and the contribution is very important, that you are the masculine energy, you contribute maybe at work, you contribute to the project, to the artwork, to the whatever you need to do, and then at home you can actually be the feminine energy, especially if you are a woman. You can put into your feminine energy and actually receive contributions. So you don't need to be always the tough cookie who's always like, I'm strong, I can do anything, and I don't need your help, or I can do this alone. Don't be like that, because then you're also blocking others people to feel fulfilled around you, because you don't allow them to contribute into your life. So they feel like lacking something in this relationship or lacking something in the workplace. If you are a leader who's or a manager who's like actually likes to do things yourself, and then you don't give enough work to your team workers, then they feel like, oh, this job is so boring, I have nothing to do, I work like these hours from these hours, and then I'm just like, I'm bored at work, I have nothing to do, because probably the manager did not distribute enough work towards the team workers. And then actually a boring job can actually bring a boring job to leave, so those people might leave the position because it's too boring, they cannot contribute. And it's the same at the family relationship. When a husband feels like he can't contribute because the lady is, for example, saying like, oh, I can do this alone, you don't need to carry my bags or my suitcases when we go to here and there, I can carry them, or you don't need to come with me to the shopping center, I can shop all the groceries alone. And then the man feels like useless, right? So this is one of the feeling what comes with not contributing, is feeling useless, and the useless feeling also goes into not enough, I'm not enough good, that's why she's not using me, kind of, that's why she's not allowing me to contribute, because I'm not good enough, and I suddenly feel unworthy. So all of these feelings can have a very negative aspects, and if the person finds contribution somewhere else, then gonna be actually called away towards the directions, towards different directions, and maybe break the family or actually the relationship. So this is why contribution is very important in a very small scale as well. You don't need to think about like society or community, but of course you can also choose that if you are at home not allowed to contribute, you look for other solutions to feel contributing, right? So maybe you don't have a family, you live alone at home, right? So if you are living alone at home, you don't have too much things to contribute in. Basically, then you actually part of a workspace or part of a community, and then you can start contributing in that community. Or you can actually, as I said, go out and maybe help in some charities shops or volunteering somewhere with elderly people or some homeless people. So actually there are so many places you can contribute if there is no option in your close circle with your family, but you can always start with your family, with your friends, and then actually go farther, because of course our first duty is our parents, our children, and our workspace. So the closer environment is our first duty in life, and then we can actually move out of it if we don't have that environment to contribute. So this is what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope you enjoyed it and you got some insights about how to navigate the dynamics in families and partnerships about contribution. And please subscribe to my channel because I'm actually uploading daily. And take care, everybody.